Hello students, welcome to the class. In the previous class, we have discussed regarding few questions on aldehydes and ketones. Around 40 questions are being discussed. And here we have few more questions. Without wasting much of our time, let us start with the first question, 41st question. The name of the compound having the structure ClCH2CH2COOH. So the compound is ClCH2CH2COOH. When you have carboxylic acid or aldehyde, these two are called terminal functional group, students. What they are called? Terminal functional group. And their locant is always 1. Numbering should start from the carbon atom of this group always. Let any substituent be present. So how do we write the name? It is 3-chloro, 3 carbon atoms, prop, single bonds ane and COH group. So oic acid, propanoic acid. So correct option is option A. Yes. The general formula CnH2nO2 could be for open chain. So CnH2nO2. Yes. So it is CnH2nO2. This could be for open chain. Which of the compounds? When O2 comes, there are 2 oxygen atoms involved. So it is for carboxylic acids. You should be knowing the general formulas of all the compounds. This formula is for carboxylic acids as well as esters. So only we say carboxylic acids and esters, they are functional isomers of each other. What they are? Functional isomers of each other. Please remember the pairs. Alcohols and ethers are functional isomers of each other. Carboxylic acids and esters are functional isomers of each other. Then aldehydes and ketones are functional isomers of each other. Yes. Moving to the 43rd question. IUPAC name of alpha acetal succinic acid. This is the common name, students. This is the common name, alpha acetal succinic acid. The structure of alpha acetal succinic acid is there is a COH group, then we have CH2, CH, acetal, COCH3, and then COOH. This is the substructure of the compound. So a numbering, I can either start from this carbon or I can start it from here. So I'll write it as 1 carbon. This becomes a second carbon, this becomes third carbon, and this becomes fourth carbon. And this is the substituent with 2 carbon atoms. So I'll write 1 and 2. Okay. So at alpha position, so this is alpha position, alpha acetal, this is succinic acid. So what is the IUPAC name? So on second carbon, there is COCH3 group, which is called. So second carbon, there is a complex substituent, and on that first carbon atom is having carbonyl group. So it is nothing but 1-oxoethyl. 1-oxoethyl. This is the substituent. How many carbon atoms? 4 carbon atoms, all single bonds. So it is butane. And then there are 2 COH groups at position 1 and position 4. Since it is 2, I write diol, di. And since it is COH group, I write dioic acid. So it is 2, 1-oxoethyl butane 1,4 dioic acid. So this is the correct IUPAC nomenclature, and it is commonly called as alpha acetal succinic acid. Moving to the next question, the correct structural representation of carboxylate ion. Carboxylate ion. See, what do we mean by carboxylate ion? When from carboxylic acid, when you carry out deprotonation, that is removal of proton, we get RCOO minus. This is called carboxylate ion, and you can write the resonance hybrid of it. So one way it is written like this. Yes. So here there are you can say 3 lone pairs of electrons, and here it is having 2 lone pairs of electrons. So since lone pairs are more here, this is negative charge. So I can write a resonating structure. For this, the electrons get shifted here, these electrons get shifted here. So I may get it RC single bond O with 3 pairs on this now oxygen atom, and there is a double bond on this oxygen atom with only 2 pairs. So these two structures are the resonating structures, or you can say canonical structures, resonating or canonical structures. And if I want to represent the hybrid of it, I write it as RC. Single bond is common for both oxygen atoms, and there is a partial double bond character here, a partial double bond character here, with a negative charge either on this carbon or on this carbon. This is said to be resonance hybrid. What it is said to be resonance hybrid. So this correct structural representation of carboxylate ion they have asked. So it is, which is the correct one? It is option B. Yes. So none of the, though there are many resonance structures, we should be knowing that none of the structures represent the original structure. None of the structures represent the original structure. So resonance hybrid, we write it as the correct structure. Yeah. Resonance hybrid, we write it as the correct structure. Okay. Moving to the next question. Alpha hydroxy propanoic acid can be prepared from ethanol by following the steps given in the sequence. So alpha hydroxy propanoic acid. So you want to prepare alpha hydroxy propanoic acid. How it is prepared? Okay. Which steps are correct? Treat with HCN followed by acid hydrolysis. Treat with NaHSO3 followed by reaction with Na2CO3. Treat it with H2SO4 followed by hydrolysis. Treat with K2Cr2O7 in presence of sulfuric acid. Ethanol they have given, CH3CHO. From this you want to prepare alpha hydroxy propanoic acid. That means CH3CHCOOH. Alpha position is this, and here I have OH group. So this compound I want. This is alpha hydroxy propanoic acid. So it is prepared by this reaction. Just see here, CH3CHO when subjected for nucleophilic addition, Cn minus gets added here. So I get CH3CHOH followed by hydrolysis, and then here I get Cn, cyanohydrin. Yes, this is called cyanohydrin, which is then again subjected for hydrolysis, acid hydrolysis. Cn gets converted to COOH. So I get CH3CHOH COOH. Is this the compound what is expected? Yes. So which is the correct option? Treat with HCN followed by acid hydrolysis. Okay. Next question. Which of the following on hydrolysis forms acetic acid? The same question what we have discussed here. So cyanides on hydrolysis, acid hydrolysis forms acetic acid. So it is the option A, CH3CN. When you subject it for acid hydrolysis, either I can write it like this or H2O bar H plus, what we get? CH3COOH, acetic acid. Ethanoic acid is commonly called as acetic acid, correct? It is commonly called as acetic acid. So from cyanides, when you carry out acid hydrolysis, we get acetic acid. Okay. Next question. When benzyl alcohol is oxidized with KMnO4, the product obtained is. So you are taking benzyl alcohol. So benzyl alcohol, what is the formula for benzyl alcohol? Benzyl alcohol, it is not, students, be very careful, it is not our phenol. Benzyl alcohol. So benzyl alcohol, benzene ring, CH2OH. So this is benzyl alcohol is oxidized with KMnO4. Yes, with KMnO4. The product obtained is, what do we get? When benzyl alcohol is oxidized, we get COOH plus H2O. Yes, what is the compound? We get benzoic acid. So we get benzoic acid. So benzoic acid is the correct option. Moving to 48th question. Acetic acid will be obtained on oxidation of, yes, acetic acid. You want acid and you are subjecting it, you are asking oxidation reaction. Oxidation of what gives us acids? Oxidation of alcohols gives us acids. That too when you are carrying out, this is general reaction, so I'm using strong oxidizing agent. Now the corresponding acids are obtained. That means if you take methyl alcohol, then you get methanoic acid. If you take ethyl alcohol, CH3CH2OH, you get ethanoic acid, CH3COOH, and this is called acetic acid. So if you want acetic acid by the reaction of oxidation, you should use ethyl alcohol or ethanol. Ethyl alcohol is the common name, ethanol is the IUPAC name, right? So ethanol is the IUPAC name. So if you carry out oxidation of ethanol, we get acetic acid. 49th question. Carboxylic acids dimerize due to. Dimerize. What do we mean by dimer? Dimer means existing in two parts. Yes. These carboxylic acids, they dimerize. Yes. They dimerize means they always remain in two molecules remain in combined state. We know that carboxylic acid is represented like this. Yes. If I take two molecules of carboxylic acid, let me represent it like this. You can see here R, C, double bond O, OH. Hydrogen of one carboxylic acid shows a weak attraction with oxygen of another carboxylic acid. Yeah. And a hydrogen of this carboxylic acid shows weak attraction with oxygen of other, and this weak bond, which is always represented by dotted line, is called what? Hydrogen bond. It is called hydrogen bond. Now what type of hydrogen bond? The hydrogen bond is between two different molecules, therefore I call it as intermolecular hydrogen bond. So due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, carboxylic acid exists as a dimer. So this is nothing but dimer. Okay. So intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Moving to the next question. Which of the following compounds will react with NaHCO3 solution to give sodium salt and carbon dioxide? NaHCO3 is a base. They have asked which compound reacts. So acid, quite obvious, will react. Since NaHCO3 is a weak base, I cannot expect alcohols to react. Okay, so it is only acetic acid which reacts. So CH3COOH plus NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate, gives CH3COONA plus H2O plus CO2. So sodium carboxylate or sodium salt of ethanoate, and we get water and carbon dioxide gas is evolved, a neutralization reaction. Okay, so this is reaction. Even now, not only sodium bicarbonate, you can also explain the reaction with the sodium carbonate also. Sodium carbonate, sodium hydroxide, sodium bicarbonate, it will give salt and water. 51st question. A carboxylic acid is converted into its anhydride using, see, conversion of a carboxylic acid into anhydride. We know the structure of anhydride. Anhydride is what? It is the acid derivative, correct? So if I take two molecules of carboxylic acid, there will be intermolecular elimination of water, right? So I will get R, C double bond O, then O, bridging oxygen, again C double bond O, and then R. This is anhydride. The question asked is converting carboxylic acid into anhydride, what we use? Yes, water is to be removed, so we use a dehydrating agent. What we use? Use a dehydrating agent, and the dehydration agent used is P2O5. phosphorus pentoxide. Phosphorus pentoxide. Okay, fine. Moving to the 52nd question. Acetyl chloride is reduced with lithium aluminum hydride. Acetyl chloride CH3 double bond OCl is reduced with lithium aluminum hydride. When they say reduced, it is giving us hydrogens. So it is providing us nascent hydrogens. So what do we get? Lithium aluminum hydride is a very strong reducing agent. So it will provide 4 hydrogens. So what do we get? We get CH3, CH2, OH plus HCl. We get ethanol or ethyl alcohol. So if you're using very strong reducing agent, what do we get? We get alcohols by reduction of acetyl chloride, acid chlorides. You can call them as acid chlorides. Okay. So acetyl chloride, when it is reduced with lithium aluminum hydride, it gives us what? It gives us ethyl alcohol. 53rd question. Acetamide reacts with phosphorus pentoxide to give. So acetamide, what is acetamide? CH3CONH2. Acetamide reacts with P2O5, phosphorus pentoxide. So P2O5, as we have discussed, it is a dehydrating agent. So there is elimination of water and there comes 2 bonds. So we get CH3C triple bond N. So what is this? And H2O. So what is this compound? This compound is cyanides. What it is? Cyanide. So methyl cyanide. So what is obtained? We get methyl cyanide. Common name. Yes, methyl cyanide. Which next question? Which of the reagent or reagents is used for the conversion of ethanoic acid to ethanoic anhydride? Same question repeated, yeah. So you have ethanoic acid CH3COOH. I'll take 2 molecules of it. They have asked what you are going to use to convert it to ethanoic anhydride CH3C double bond O. Sometimes anhydrides are represented like this also. CH3C double bond O. Yes. So which is the compound used? Reagent used? It is phosphorus pentoxide. Yes, it is phosphorus pentoxide. Sometimes we also use acid hydrolysis on heating. So remember, either P2O5 heat or H plus we use. Okay. So remember, by this question, we need to remember that the reagent used for the conversion of ethanoic acid to ethanoic anhydride is the strong dehydrating agent, that is P2O5. Moving to 55th question. Which one of the following acid is present in lemons? Very common question. Which the lemons and all sour fruits are called citrus fruits because of the presence of citric acid. So citric acid is present in lemons, which is responsible for its very sour taste. Okay. 56th question. Vinegar obtained from sugar has. Vinegar is nothing but acetic acid. Vinegar as acetic acid is the chief constituent of vinegar. That's the reason its name is derived from the vinegar term. Yes, in Greek, in Latin, acetum means vinegar. Therefore, it is called acetic acid. Okay. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is option A, CH3COOH. Moving to the next question. Which of the following acids is used in rubber, textile, dyeing, leather, and electroplating industries? Yes, which of the following is being used in rubber, textile, dyeing, leather, and electroplating industries? So, what is the correct option? Methanoic acid is used in rubber, textile, dyeing, leather, and electroplating industries. Please remember, it is option C. Methanoic acid is being used there. Okay. Moving to the next question. Compound which gives acetone on ozonolysis. So they have mentioned ozonolysis reaction, and we know ozonolysis reaction, but they are asking the product is acetone. You want the product as acetone. So which compound gives acetone? So the correct option is, if you take this, we already have seen this reaction. If I take this compound, I have told you the very easy trick to remember. CH3, CH double bond, CH, CH3. What I have told is break the bonds and put double bond oxygen here, double bond oxygen here. So what do I get? Two molecules of ethanol I get. Second option, if you see, CH3 twice, C double bond, C, CH3 twice. So CH3, CH3. Break the bond here, double bond O, double bond O. So this is the compound where I get acetone. Yes, let me not waste time because this is C6H5 and here it is C2H3. That means it is CH3, CH2, CH, double bond CH2. So I don't get acetone here in any of the cases. So correct option is what? As correct option is option B. So ozonolysis, what type of reaction it is? It is used for predicting the position of the double bond. For predicting the position of the double bond. Moving to 61 question. Ketones are prepared by. So ketones are prepared by which reaction? So we have seen a typical reactions only for preparation of aldehydes, only for preparation of ketones. So the correct reaction is what? Ketones are prepared by. So they are prepared by, are they prepared by Clemenson's reduction? Or are they prepared by Canizaro's reaction? Or Rosenmund's reduction? Or Oppenauer reduction? So Clemenson's reduction, we have already seen. It is the chemical reaction for aldehydes. Rosenmund's reduction is chemical reaction where aldehydes are converted into alkanes. Canizaro's reaction is for aldehydes with no alpha hydrogen. Rosenmund's reduction is for preparation of aldehydes only from acid chlorides, right? And Oppenauer oxidation, this reaction is for preparation of ketones only. That is, when you take an alcohol, a secondary alcohol, and subject it for aluminium tertiary butoxide, CH3 thrice CO, aluminium tertiary butoxide. What do we get? We get R, C double bond O, R. So what is this compound? This is ketone. So we get ketone. So this reaction is called Oppenauer oxidation. What it is called? Oppenauer oxidation. Moving to the next question, acetophenone can be prepared by. Is it prepared by oxidation of 1-phenyl ethanol? It is ethanol. Or reaction of benzalthol with magnesium, methyl magnesium chloride? Or Friedel-Crafts reaction of benzene with acetyl chloride? Or distillation of calcium benzoate? They have given the options. So which is the correct option? It is option C. That is from first and third reaction. From first and third reaction. Let us see. So it is C6H5 CHO CH3 C6H5. This is OH here. OH CH3. When it is subjected for oxidation, we get C6H5 COCH3. Yes, acetophenone is obtained. Third reaction, Friedel-Crafts reaction, C6H6, first PUC syllabus, CH3COCl in presence of anhydrous AlCl3. What do I get? C6H5COCl. Sorry, COCH3. This is nothing but acetophenone. So by these two reactions, I get acetophenone. So correct option is by first reaction as well as by third reaction. So these methods are nothing but they are the methods of preparation of aromatic ketones. That is the acetophenone. Yeah. Moving to the next question. Which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? So look at the first reaction. Aldehyde or a ketone on Clemenson's reduction gives us alkane. That is correct. Wolff-Kishner reduction, aldehyde or a ketone on subjecting for Wolff-Kishner's reduction. I hope you remember which are the reagents used there. The reagents used are hydrazine, KOH, and ethylene glycol. What do we get? We get an alkane. So Clemenson's reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction, both are the reactions where a carbonyl compound, an aldehyde or a ketone, is correspondingly converted to an alkane. Moving to the third one, acid chloride on subjecting for Rosenmund's reduction, we get aldehyde. Exactly. Then Stephen's reduction, carbonyl compound, we get CHO. There is a slight mistake there. You can make a correction. For Stephen's reduction, what is being used? Cyanide is being used. Yes, cyanides on Stephen's reduction gives us aldehyde. So this is also correct. This is also correct. This is also correct. But Wolff-Kishner's reduction says that when a carbonyl compound is subjected for reduction using hydrazine into H4, KOH, and ethylene glycol, I get corresponding alkane. So this is reduction where we get alkanes, but they have shown us alcohol. So that is not the right option. So which is not correctly matched. This is not correctly matched. 64th question. CH3CH double bond CHCHO is oxidized to CH3CH double bond CHCOH. So what is happening there, students? Please look. Only the CHO group is getting converted to carboxylic group. That means there a very weak oxidizing agent has to be used, because if you use a very strong oxidizing agent, even the double bond gets converted. Yeah. So which is the weak oxidizing agent there? Alkaline KMNO4, a strong oxidizing agent. Selenium dioxide, SeO2, that is also a strong oxidizing agent. Ammoniacal silver nitrate, which is called Tollens reagent. So it is a weak oxidizing agent which converts only aldehyde to carboxylic acid. So only CHO group has to be converted to COH. So which is the correct option? It is carboxylic acid. If they would have shown a double bond conversion also, then we would have said that any of all of these could be the right answer. Moving to the next question, 65th question. 2CH3COCH3 ketone when subjected for amalgamated magnesium and acid in presence of an acid, what is the product? So they have taken two molecules of ketone. So two molecules of acetone CH3COCH3, and you are subjecting it for amalgamated magnesium in presence of acid. What is the compound? We get H plus, or sometimes we can write it as H3O plus also. So the compound what we get is CH3C, CH3. This oxygen gets converted to OH. Another molecule gets combined here, CH3OH, CH3. This is the compound what we get. So what is the name of this compound? We have already discussed this in our synopsis. The name of this compound is pinacol. What is the name? It is pinacol. So the correct option is this. It is pinacol. Okay. Then next question. The reaction of an aldehyde with hydroxylamine gives a product which is called reaction of an aldehyde. So this is aldehyde with hydroxylamine. What is hydroxylamine? NH2OH. So this H2 and O goes out. So we get R, CH double bond N, OH, right? So what is this compound called? This compound is called acetaldoxime. Yes, or we call it as oxime. Since here it is R, I will call it as aldoxime. Yes, so the compound name is what? Oxime. This reaction is nothing but nucleophilic addition elimination reaction. Nucleophilic addition elimination reaction. Yes, okay. Moving to the next question, and there we use nucleophilic addition elimination reactions. What all are being used? We use ammonia and its derivatives. I hope you remember all those nucleophilic addition elimination reactions. With hydro ammonia, we get NH3, we get amides. With NH2OH, that is hydroxylamine, we get oximes. NH2NH2, that is hydrazine, we get hydrazone. Like that, we have phenyl hydrazine, we get phenyl hydrazone. 2,4-DNP, which is called Brady's reagent, we get 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazone. And with semicarbazide, we get semicarbazone. These are around 6 to 7 nucleophilic addition elimination reactions with ammonia and its derivatives. The reactions are shown by both aldehydes and ketones. So we should be knowing these reactions, very simple reactions. Moving to the next question, which of the following product is obtained by oxidation of propionylaldehyde? Following product is obtained by oxidation of propionylaldehyde. So your propionylaldehyde is the common name, which is nothing but propanol. So when you carry out oxidation of propanol, what do you get? We get corresponding carboxylic acid. We get propanoic acid. So it is option C. 68th question. Pyrolysis of acetone gives CH2 double bond C double bond O. What is the compound called? So this compound is called ketene. A double bond attached to a carbonyl carbon is called what? It is called ketene. So correct option is option B. 69th question. Skiff's reagent gives a pink color with. Skiff's reagent, the reactions, these are oxidizing agents, weak oxidizing agents, and the weak oxidizing agents are reacted only with aldehydes because aldehydes only undergo oxidation using these weak oxidizing agents. Yes, so with the Fehling solution, aldehydes gave red color PPT. With Benedict solution also they give red color PPT. With Tollens reagent they give black color PPT or silver mirror. Therefore it is also called as silver mirror test. And with the Skiff's reagent it gives pink coloration. Which compounds give pink coloration? It is aldehydes. Moving to the 70th question. When formic acid reacts with PCl5. When formic acid reacts with PCl5. So formic acid is what? It is HCOH. We have seen it in one of our synopsis. Formic acid when it reacts with PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride. What do we get? HCOOH when reacts with PCl5. What do we get? We get formyl chloride, COCl, plus POCl3, phosphorus oxychloride, plus HCl. So what do we get? We get formyl chloride. We get formyl chloride. So formic acid is nothing but methanoic acid. When treated with acetic chloride, PCl5, it gives us what? It gives us formyl chloride. Yes. Next question. Reaction of acetaldehyde with HCN followed by hydrolysis gives a compound which shows. So reaction of HCN, acetaldehyde with HCN gives a compound which shows. So it is giving, you should first say which is the reaction, what is the reaction, then reaction of acetaldehyde with HCN. So you have acetaldehyde, CH3CHO, you are taking HCN and you are going to subject it for hydrolysis also. So entirely I'll write final product CH3COH. Here I have H and here I have CN. This is called acetaldehyde cyanohydrin. Acetaldehyde cyanohydrin. Yes. So what type of isomerism it shows? So option, which is the correct option? It shows, is it optically active? Yes. So this carbon is optically active. So it shows optical isomerism. What it shows? Optical isomerism. Okay, the question is wrongly printed here. So it is optical isomerism. Isomerism. Yes, so correct option is option A, that is optical isomerism. Please make a correction over there. So optical isomerism. Okay, fine. Next question. CH3, CH2, C triple bond CH. You are taking some reagent R followed by hydrolysis. You are getting butanone. You are getting butanone. So what it is? It is nothing but high acid hydration of alkynes. When you carry out acid hydrolysis of alkynes, it is carried out in presence of mercuric ion, Hg plus 2. So the correct option is option A, that is mercuric ion. Okay, moving to the next question. Acetophenone is prepared by reaction of which of the following in presence of AlCl3 catalyst? Very easy question. This question is actually a first year syllabus question, which is also present in second year. Electrophilic substitution reaction, right? So in presence of AlCl3 catalyst, what is the reaction? The reaction is Friedel-Crafts acylation, right? The reaction is Friedel-Crafts acylation. So we use benzene and acetyl chloride. In presence of AlCl3, what do we get? We get acetophenone. Okay. Then an organic compound A, upon reacting with NH3, gives B. On heating B, gives C. C in presence of KOH reacts with Br2 to give CH3, CH2, NH2. So what is A they have asked? So very interesting questions. As last time I have already told you, I love such type of questions. There is an organic compound A. This upon reacting with NH3, it is giving us B. You are going to heat this B to obtain C. C in presence of KOH and Br2, it is giving us CH3, CH2, NH, NH2. So they have asked what is A. So we'll come from backwards. We'll come from backwards. Okay. So see there. So it is compound CH3, CH2, NH2 which is obtained. C is treated with KOH and Br2. What is this reaction? It is nothing but Hoffman's bromamide degradation. Hoffman's, looking at the reagents, you should identify the reaction, students. Hoffman's bromamide degradation. So for Hoffman's bromamide degradation, what is the reactant used? The reactant used is amide, and we use the corresponding amide. We use the amide with one carbon atom more. So it is CH3, CH2, C double bond O, NH2. So this is C. Okay. So I'm getting an amide from B. So I'm getting an amide from B just by heating. So how do I get by heating? That means there is elimination of water occurring. So B will be, you should analyze the reaction like this only, students. So B will be what? CH3, CH2, C double bond O, ONH4 plus. COONH4 plus. So this is ammoniacal salt. You are getting ammoniacal salt means you are treating it with NH3. That means you are using carboxylic acid corresponding CH3, CH2, COOH. So when this carboxylic acid is treated with NH3, we get ammoniated ammonium salt of carboxylic acid, which on heating we get amide, which on undergoing Hoffman's bromamide degradation gives us amines. So Hoffman's bromamide degradation is preparation of amines from amides. Yes. So amides are nothing but they are also acid derivatives. They are also acid derivatives. So they are prepared from carboxylic acids. Moving to the next question. In the reaction CH3COH, lithium aluminium hydride gives A. When A is treated with phosphorus trichloride, gives B. When B is treated with alcoholic KOH, gives C. What is the product? So what is used there? Acetic acid is taken. Acetic acid is subjected for reduction. So what do we get? We get CH3, CH2, OH. We get alcohol. Yes, we get corresponding alcohol. This is treated with PCl3, nucleophilic substitution. So we get CH3, CH2, Cl. Correct? This is treated with alcoholic KOH. Alcoholic KOH is a dehydrohalogenating agent. Halogen is eliminated and hydrogen is eliminated from beta position. So it is CH2 double bond CH2. So what is the compound obtained? It is ethylene. Yes, ethylene is nothing but ethene. Ethylene is nothing but ethene. Yes. Okay. Moving to the next question. In the following sequence of reactions, toluene, KMNO4. Toluene is what? Toluene is CH3 attached to benzene ring. KMNO4 is an oxidizing agent. So what do I get? I get benzoic acid, COOH. Benzoic acid is treated with thionyl chloride, Darzon's reaction. So what do I get? I get COCl. Yes, this is subjected. So it is acid chloride, H2 in presence of palladium poisoned with barium sulfate. Rosenmund's reduction, acid chloride gives us what? Aldehyde. So I get benzaldehyde, CHO. So which is the correct option? It is C6H5CHO. So you should be knowing all the types of reactions. Not only like this, if we finish discussing all the topics, we need to understand the reactions which are coming from different topics. Yes, we need to do the sequence of those reactions which come from different acids, chapters. Moving to the next question, which compound would give 5-keto 2-methyl hexanal on ozonolysis? Okay, so first let us write what is the compound given, structure of the compound given. So 5-keto, so hexanal. So hexanal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon atoms. So at 6th carbon atom, hexanal. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at 5th carbon, there is a keto group. 5-keto, 2-methyl. So this is 2-methyl hexanal. So 6 carbons. This is the compound. They are asking you which compound would give you this on ozonolysis. Ozonolysis has to be carried out, means double bonds. Look here, these two have to be joined. When you are joining these two, it will end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 chained. So all the options are having 5 chained compounds, right? Okay, so what do we get? Just see there. So ozonolysis means treating it with, you're getting this when it's subjected for ozonolysis, zinc dust, right? Okay. So 5-membered ring is required. So I already have 5-membered ring. There is 2-methyl group. Okay. So when it is forming a ring from here to here, this is coming out, right? And there is a double bond. So this methyl group and double bond should be at adjacent positions. And so when these two are adjacent positions, 1, 2, third carbon. So 1, 2, third carbon atom. So where it is, here there is a double bond and here there is a methyl. This is the correct option. So which is the correct option? It is option A. Option A is correct. Yes, you can write CH3 also. Even if you don't write, it is understood that it is CH3 only, because this bond represents the CH3 group. 78th question. Major product obtained in the reaction. Major product obtained in the reaction. It is JEE mains 2017 question. So the reaction is what? They have given this reaction diisobutyl aluminium hydride. It reduces what? It reduces, remember, it reduces ester and carboxylic acid, both into aldehydes. Both into aldehydes. So ester group is there and carboxylic group is there. So it will reduce both into aldehydes. So what do we get? So this is the compound here. Double bonds are not hindered. So it is reducing ester group. Here O becomes OH and this bond is also reduced. So it will CO group is there. So it becomes CHO and this also becomes CHO. So which is the correct option? It is option C. Yes. So remember diisobutyl aluminium hydride, which is abbreviated as DIBAL. So it will reduce ester group as well as carboxylic group to aldehydic group. Moving to the 79th question. The correct sequence of reagents for the conversion will be. The correct sequence of reagents for the conversion will be. Okay. How do we look there? There is a compound given. Yes. So they have asked the correct sequence and they have given what is the product required. So see, the compound is this and I want that compound. So double bond O is there. So what need to be done? If you treat it with Tollens reagent first, CHO group gets converted to COOH, correct? Okay, so this remains, this is not hindered. So C double bond O, O minus, you'll get a salt. Then when you subject it for, treat it with acid hydrolysis, CH3OH, alcohol. What do I get? I get ester, esterification reaction. Okay, so double bond O, here I get C, double bond O remains as it is, OCH3, correct? Further, when I treat it with, so see that I'm coming to the point. When I treat it with Grignard's reagent, CH3MgBr, what do I get? Grignard's reagent reacts with the carbonyl groups. So here it gets converted to CH3 and OH. I get C, OH, CH3, CH3. So did I get the compound? Yes. So correct option is option B. It is option B. 80th question. The correct decreasing order for acid strength is. The correct decreasing order for acid strength is. Yes, which is the correct listing. Electron withdrawing group increases the acidic strength. So electron withdrawing group which is present, it will increase the acidic strength. So almost all 2 are electron withdrawing groups and 2 are electron releasing groups. Yes, okay. So electron withdrawing group will increase the acidic strength means which is the electron withdrawing group highest acidic strength? It is option A, NO2, CH2, COH, correct. Then cyanide, CN, then comes fluorine and then comes chlorine. So option A is correct. Yes. So electron withdrawing group increases the acidic strength. Please do remember, electron withdrawing group increases the acidic strength. Okay. 81. The major product formed in the reaction is. The major product formed in the reaction is. So they have given the reaction, ketone is treated. So what is the major product formed is being asked. So what is the major product? So look there, ketone is being treated with the compound in presence of dilute NaOH. It is Cannizaro's reaction. Yes, what it is? Cannizaro's reaction. And they are asking you the major product. So what do we get? So here, benzene ring. Yeah, and here we have CH double bond O. Okay, 50%. Sorry, aldehydes, if you observe, they react at a faster rate than ketone, because in aldehydes what happens, there is less sterical hindrance. Yes, so there is less sterical hindrance. We'll discuss it like this only. So Cannizaro's reaction, which will show better reaction, it is aldehydes, because a hydrogen is attached to carbonyl carbon, whereas in ketones what is attached, both are alkyl groups. So aldehydes, they react faster than ketone during aldol, and less steric hindered ion will be better for nucleophile. So self-aldol at CH3CHO will be major product. So which will be major product? Here you can see self-aldol should happen. Aldol condensation it is. So self-aldol happens means it happens here. Correct? It happens here. So this becomes the major product. You can work out. Yes, just do aldol condensation and observe what do you get. Okay. Moving to the next question. Predict the product in the given reaction. So it is 3-chlorobenzaldehyde, or you can say metachlorobenzaldehyde, and it is treated with 50% KOH. So Cannizaro's reaction. So metachlorobenzaldehyde CHOCl 50% KOH. Yes, one molecule gets oxidized, another gets reduced. So what do I get? I get COO minus and Cl as it is plus Cl group is not hindered. Cl remains as it is. Here what do I get? CHOH. I get benzyl alcohol and I get ion. Yes, benzoic ion. Yes, so which is the correct option? The correct option is option C. It is option C. Yes, Cannizaro's reaction. One molecule disproportionation reaction occurs, one molecule gets oxidized and another gets reduced. Acetone is treated with excess of ethanol in presence of hydrochloric acid. The product obtained is acetone is treated with excess of ethanol and the product obtained is. So you are taking acetone, you are heating it with excess of ethanol. So see here CH3 C double bond O CH3 acetone, and you are treating it with excess of ethanol. So what do we get? We get CH3 COH. CH3 remains as it is, and here OC2H5. Okay. Excess. So again I'll take C2H5OH. What do I get? CH3 CH3 remains as it is. OH gets converted to C2H5, and here OC2H5 remains as it is. So what is this compound called? This is called acetal. What is this compound called? This is called hemiacetal. Hemiacetal. So what do I get? The correct option is option D. The correct option is option D. This is an example wherein we have seen the reactions of aldehydes and ketones. 84th question. The correct order of decreasing acidic strength of trichloroacetic acid, trifluoroacetic acid denoted as B, acetic acid denoted as C, and formic acid denoted as D. Yes, which is the correct order? So what will be the correct order? As the electron releasing group strength increases, it will be more acidic. So fluorine is more acidic. So first comes B, then comes chloro, so it is A, then comes formic acid, it is D, and then comes acetic acid. So correct option is option A. Yes. Next, consider the following reaction. Acid chloride, we have discussed this already. Rosenmann's reduction, reduction in presence of H2 and Lindlar's catalyst, palladium poisoned with barium sulfate. What is A? Option A is what? We get aldehyde, that is aromatic aldehyde. Benzaldehyde is obtained. 86th question. RCHO plus NH2 RCH double bond NH2. So aldehyde is treated with hydrazine. There is intermolecular elimination of water. We get hydrazone. This reaction is nucleophilic addition elimination reaction. We have already discussed it. Nucleophilic addition elimination reaction. Yes, addition is taking place along with elimination of water molecule. Which of the following compounds will give yellow precipitate with iodine and alkali? This reaction is called iodoform reaction. And we know that iodoform reaction is shown only by methyl ketones. Only by methyl ketones. So here, what is the correct option? Acetophenone? Yes. Benzene ring, C double bond O, CH3. So there is CH3CO group. So it is methyl ketone. Methyl acetate, is it having methyl ketone? No, it doesn't have. Acetamide, CH3CO, NH2. No, it doesn't have. NH2 group is bonded. 2-hydroxypropane, CH3, CHOH, and then CH3. Yes. So, which of the following compounds will give yellow precipitate with iodine and alkali? So, it is iodoform reaction. A and D, both options are correct. Both give yellow precipitate of that too. Why yellow precipitate is formed? Because of formation of iodoform, that is CHI3 with iodine and alkali. Next question, the order of stability of following tautomeric compounds. So they have given us 3 compounds. What is the order of stability? If you observe first, second, and third compounds carefully, intramolecular hydrogen bonding and conjugated diene, and it has involved more acidic hydrogen in the first option. There is intramolecular hydrogen bonding, yes, within the molecule itself, and there is conjugated diene, and there is acidic hydrogen involved, CH2 hydrogen, that is acidic. So the correct first option, CH2 double bond, CH2 single bond CHOH, then there is a double bond CH. Yes. Okay, make a slight correction, students. Again, it is wrongly printed. A slight mistake is there. Here it is a double bond. So yes, double bond CH. So here there is intramolecular hydrogen bond, and there is diene. Yes, alternating position, double bond, double bond, and then acidic hydrogen is present. Okay. Then the no conjugated diene. So involvement of less acidic hydrogen is there in this case. So there is less acidic hydrogen. So which is the correct order? The correct order is third one is more stable, then comes the second one, and then comes first one. There is no involvement here in this case. So the correct option, third one, second, first. This is the correct option. So stability of tautomeric compounds. Tautomeric compounds means which can be converted into ketoenol groups. Yes. So that is 3, 2, 1. Reaction by which benzaldehyde cannot be prepared. So by which reaction benzaldehyde cannot be prepared? So benzaldehyde, if you want to prepare it, COOH, benzoic acid, zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. No. Yes. If you see second reaction, toluene, CrO2Cl2, Etard's reaction, we get benzaldehyde. COCl2H2, this is Rosenmund's reduction, we get benzaldehyde. Gattermann-Koch reaction, we get benzaldehyde. But with COH, we do not get. In presence of zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl, it is usually specifically for aldehydes and ketones, but carboxylic group remains unaffected. So COH group is not hindered by this. Therefore, reaction by which benzaldehyde cannot be prepared is option A. Next, which one of the most reactive towards nucleophilic addition? See, electron withdrawing group favors nucleophilic attack. Where there is electron withdrawing group, that will favor nucleophilic attack. CHO group is electron withdrawing group. COCH3 is also electron withdrawing. But here, CHO group is attached to CH3, which is electron releasing group. CHO group is attached to NO2, which is electron withdrawing group. So NO2 is going to withdraw electrons from the benzene ring, which will make it more favorable for nucleophilic attack. So if you actually want to look at the order, first is D, which is most reactive. Then comes option A. Then comes option. So if you actually see the order, the correct order is option D, which is more reactive towards nucleophilic addition. Then comes option A. Then comes option B, and then comes option C, because this is the electron releasing group. So when more electron density becomes on benzene, it will not attack nucleophile because both there will be repulsion. Moving to the next question, an organic compound X having molecular formula C5H10O yields phenylhydrazone and gives negative response to iodoform test. Gives negative response to iodoform test. And tolerance test. It produces N-pentane on reduction. It produces N-pentane on reduction. N-pentane is nothing but normal pentane. That is open chain structure. So it is giving me normal pentane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on reduction, it is giving me normal pentane. So and the compound is C5H10O. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what they have said is it might be an aldehyde or a ketone. Yes. So they are saying it yields phenylhydrazone. It is giving phenylhydrazone. So it can be an aldehyde or a ketone. But it gives negative response to iodoform test and tolerance test. Negative response to tolerance test means it is surely a ketone. And it is showing a negative test for iodoform. That means it shouldn't be a methylated ketone. Therefore, it is the ketonic group present here. So if it is present here, it becomes a methyl ketone and shows iodoform test. But it is not showing iodoform test, means ketone group is here. So C5H10O. So this compound produces N-pentane. What is the name of this compound? 1, 2, 3. So it is pentane 3-one. Pentane 3-one. So this is the correct option. This is the correct option. So you have to remember the reactions and guess what are being expected for this. Yes. So here completes with the questions on discussion of topic aldehydes, ketones, and carboxylic acids. Thank you.